Hey, what's up everybody, Bdf 44 coming at you with another video. Alright, so, yeah man, I hated that my video got cut off, but it was one of those situations where I hadn't deleted a video that I had made, and so that made up all the space. So the last video I made was a two-parter, but I don't really like making the type of videos two-parters, but I had to do what I had to do, so. Yeah man, prayers out to the people of New Jersey, man. I'm watching what's going on with y'all situation out there at Delaney Hall. And my last name is Deloney, and what I understand about the Deloney last name is that many last names ultimately make for one family. Deloney, Delaney, DeLong, all the same family. So I have a special interest in what is going on there, just based on the fact that, loosely enough, it's named after somebody that was a part of whatever clan my last name came from. Maybe. Didn't have to necessarily. But the origins of the Deloney last name, I did a little research on that at one point when I was doing my history on my family and stuff like that, and that's what I learned. And for whatever reason, this particular family had multiple last names. Don't know why. Same bloodline though. Whatever the case may be, whatever's going on at Delaney Hall, I've been trying to pay very close attention to. I understand that there's a detention center there that ICE has been taking people to, and they've been deliberately engaging in practices in that place that are meant to break the soul. So they giving people no medicine. The food is moldy, no toilet paper, that type of stuff, just inhumane conditions. Israel type, Zionist psychological warfare stuff. Because all of this is run by Israel, so of course it's going to have some wicked, demented, psychological torture type shit attached to it, because that's how they operate. And this is why I tell people in the video that I made last, like, these behaviors are repeated. That's why I know what it is when I see it, even though it may be done by a branch of Zionism that doesn't define itself as Jewish or Zionism. You can see through the patterns of the engagement who's behind it. You can see who's doing what by what they're doing. And so that's really what it is. I know that is bullshit, joke, bull jive. I tell you, and pay attention to that Delaney situation in New Jersey. From what I understand, the governor saw that ICE was out there rounding people up and doing what ICE does in that situation in response to protests. So she told everybody that she was going to send the police out there to kind of bring forth safety to the protesters or what have you, that make it so that the methods of ICE were not on the streets, that it wouldn't be necessary that ICE do any of this because she'd had her cops out there. Well, her cops did the same thing that ICE was doing. They replaced ICE, or they merged with ICE, and then proceeded to do to the people what ultimately she said she would send them out there so that ICE would not do. That is adjacent to the behavior that they engaged in against the Palestinians when they sent leaflets down from the sky and told the people that they needed to leave their homes in about 10 minutes, gather whatever they could, and get to walking, and then proceeded to bomb their convoys, telling them to go to certain places that they intended to bomb when they got there. Same evil. It's the same energy, same basic playbook. It's deception, it's evil, it's meant to deteriorate the resilience of the mind. This is what Zios do. This is what they do to people that don't comply with them, that don't align with them. They want to break your spirit. This is what they do to people who are resistant to them. They want to break your soul. This is what they do to people who don't hand over the land. They want to stranglehold your resilience, wear you down with whatever their methods are. Hey, buddy, what's up? Hey, buddy, what's up? How you doing? And so that's what they do. That's exactly what they do. And in the methods that they're using against these people, to where they told you, oh, you're going to be able to be safer with our cops out there, only for the cops to be treating the people just as bad or even worse. Then you find out that the governor is taking money from AIPAC. I'm telling you, this is what you can expect from them going forward. yes, they want to have all of their representatives in every branch of the government. But I think what's not necessarily being spoken on is why. It's so that in the little pockets of areas, wherever they may find resistance, they can apply Israel methods. When they have people in there representing them, they're going to do Israel-like things. And it's all in the name of superiority, of racial supremacy, and the ideology of taking over lands and genociding peoples. This is what they do. So if they have a governor in your city, then they're going to move in the lockstep of what it is that they ultimately agree to. As their mobs move. It's not just that they have those people in place to influence legislation. It's so that when they do their god-awful evil stuff, they have a way to accomplish that. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not harmless to align one of them in the places you're at. And people telling you not to vote AIPAC. This is ultimately what you accomplish when you don't. You'll make it so that you don't have an arm or a leg of theirs all in the mix of your stuff locally. Because that's what they want. They want one of their representatives in your local spaces so that when you try to organize locally, they can implement their intentions to try to squeeze and stranglehold your resilience. Try to snuff the life out of you so that you'll stop fighting and you'll roll over and die for them. And so I look at people that are representing them, or people who are loosely representing them, claiming not to take money from them, but really secretly are doing their bidding, or people who want to play ball with them, but know how to stay on the outside of that because they understood what it is I just described, Ma'am Donnie. I know not to trust you. Now, Ma'am Donnie, he's trying to be governor, or rather mayor, over a city that it's got a good portion of its people being Zionists, so he has to play ball with Zionists. That he wants to be governor over that space may have good intentions at heart, but they still got someone underneath him to implement their intentions. So he don't really have as much power as he would like to have, even when doing that. You can't play ball with these people. That's essentially what it is that we come to understand. Everybody's been paying attention to what they've been doing and how they've been moving. No, you can't play ball with them. Doing deals with the devil don't lead to nothing but destruction. He's a liar. He's a cheat. He's a deceiver. He's a supremacist. He'll turn on anybody, including the people who work for him, including the people who do business with him, including the people who are in line with him or whatever. He has terrible intentions for everybody, anybody, especially those who support him, especially those who worship him. You can't play ball with these people. And so, look, man. I feel like the Lord gave me the position I'm in this life to be able to express this stuff to these people, whoever follows me, and hopefully there'll be the right eardrums from which to spread the word and the notion of what needs to be done, far above my understanding and intellect. It's going to require a great deal of smarts and a great deal of resilience and a great deal of belief in God to overcome what it is these people are having for us. And a lot of what's in place is not what it seems, but what it is meant to destroy our resilience in a lot of cases and make us feel like there's no hope in fighting, so we better roll over. But the devil's a liar, and he's not as strong as he acts. He's not as strong as he needs you to believe he is. He's not as powerful as he wants you to believe he is. He needs you to believe he's more powerful than he is so that he can become as strong as he wants to be. You heard of fake it till you make it? That's what the devil's doing at all times. Coming out with lies and confidence, hopes of intimidating you into just compliance, whether you believe him or not, whether you're skeptical or not. That's his game. That's the game the people he has are playing. And that's the game you ultimately need to be able to be smart enough and strong enough for the mind to move properly within. And I'll tell you something else. A lot of these individuals that they're bringing out, a lot of them, they're coming out from the woodworks with these ideologies that are meant to align with the imperialist project. You got these people that come out here and pro-ICE this, pro-Israel that. I promise you, they're not there for any other reason than to antagonize you into moving wrong within the game that you're playing. people that are out here to incite violence, people that are out here to make you make mistakes, people are out here to create the environment for class action lawsuits, people are out here to create the environment for which people are at war with one another for their differences where they otherwise have been off each other's backs for the last 35, 40 years. This is what these people are out here to do. If you attack them, you are playing into what it is their purpose is for. The people who brought them here to do these things have intentions of seeing you act out of character so they can use that mistake to do what it is they're trying to accomplish. This is chestnut checkers. We have to get this right the first time, and I believe it, a lot of us won't. It's a lot of them, and they're coming out of nowhere. They are plants, industry plants, meant to incite violence and provoke race war, provoke war that make you pick a side of some sort, divide and conquer nonsense. I see these people. I see them popping up left and right. We need to be intelligent enough not to play their game. Make their presence useless is the best thing I can tell the people, man. Make their presence useless. Because the moment you do anything that plays into their hands, meaning fighting somebody in the name of their differences or attacking those individuals as they continue to do things that ultimately are meant to antagonize you to do so, you make their presence useful to those who planted their asses there. This is psyops all the way around. Psyops all the way around. And we need to keep an eye on who your enemy is. Who's your enemy? The people that tell you that it's fine to be at war with people for the color of their skin, for their religious practices. People who are fine with people harming children and things of that nature. Those are your enemies. Those who try to normalize behaviors that we know and we have known for years is unwise. And it brings about terror into our lives, into the lives of our children. They want you to feel like it's hopeless, but to allow them to do that and to go along with what it is they tell you to do. But they are faking it. They don't have the power that they want you to believe they have. They don't have control over everything that they want you to believe they have control over. They just need you to believe it. You ever seen a movie where a guy is got a big bag of money, but when you open up the bag, it's money on the top and it's like either paper or stones at the bottom of it? That's exactly what's going on with them people. That's how they move. Think of that analogy when considering what they're doing, what they're trying to push forth onto your head. Oh, we can watch you, we see every move. Oh, we got control over this, we're gonna do it. It's money on the top of it, but that bag ain't full of money for them. They are faking it. You know how I know that? Because God is real. God is real. If God weren't real, then there's a lot of stuff that they would just be able to have and be and all of that, but that he exists, that he actually exists, and they know it, means that they're constantly at war with something that they know they can't defeat. They ain't gonna never have more money or power than the Most High. They ain't never gonna have more influence or tactics that are working above the Most High. They ain't never gonna have what he has. They gotta pretend like they're him, but they're not actually him. And we need not forget that when we're going to war with them on his behalf. And I tell you, the best thing we can do when in the presence of these antagonizers is remain steadfast in doing good deeds amongst one another and organizing against the notion that we need to play into their games. This is chestnut checkers. When they want us to move around, we need to stand still. When they want us to stand still, we need to move around. It's that simple. That is literally it. Bdf 44, I thank you all for watching.